Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ernest Whited Stadium, where tonight the Gibbs Eagles are hosting the Morristown East Hurricanes. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Tim Borf alongside Bud Blake. Bud, I'm sure there's been a pep in the step of these players in the hallways of Gibbs High School this week.
Yeah, there has been. It was a good quality win last week, Tim. The first game really all season that they've played a complete game and finished, as Coach was saying, but they did more than finish. They played 4 full quarters. The attitude of the players and the fans is up now. They realize that this team is capable of finishing. We did sustain a couple of injuries this week, both on and off the field, but I feel confident that we've got a team that's ready to compete tonight.
Well, folks, thanks again for joining us wherever you are. We look forward to another great one tonight. We'll have our national anthem and take a look at the keys to the game when we return. You're listening to the Clear Springs Sports Network.
Baptist Church will be hosting a fall festival on Saturday, September 29th. The event will be held from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. on the church campus. There will be at least 6 food trucks, a shopping market with over 50 vendors, a kids zone with inflatables and games, antique cars on display, hay rides, and much more. For more information and to see a list of all the vendors and food trucks, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks again for joining us tonight between Gibbs and Morristown East. Now, Bud, we were talking a little bit before we went to break. Just on the win last week, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal comeback. It's one of the best comebacks that Gibbs has ever had. But looking forward to this week, I know you had a chance to talk to Coach. What were some of the keys to the game he was talking about?
Well, I did talk to Coach, and we've got some keys to the game. One of the things that he had talked about, as you'll see coming up in the graphic, was winning the turnover battle. That's something that we did last week, so we want to win that. We want to be a fourth quarter team. Don't want to give up big plays on defense and win the special teams game. I got one more for Coach, though, that wasn't in there, and that stop with the senseless penalties. We had a lot of offsides last week. We had some personal fouls go against us, and the timing of those penalties. Having penalties is one thing, but the timing of them was just pathetic. So hopefully that has been coached up this week as well.
Yeah, I think another thing, too, that's important about this week, Bud, is region play starts next week. This is the last game before they go on a stretch of region play to finish out the season. So they really need to finish strong, and I think they learned a lot from the second half of last week going into this week.
Yeah, momentum is a big thing in this sport, as it is in any sport, but particularly in football. If you can keep your momentum going, not just in a game, but through the whole season. You know, we've seen time and time after again how one key loss can cause a team to spiral, and one key win can cause them to keep on winning games that people thought they didn't have a chance to win.
Yeah.
So it's big. Momentum is a thing, and it's something that you got to hope that you're always on the right side of it. And I think Gibbs is right now. I think they're in a real good spot.
Yeah. Well, while the band takes the field here, we want to just take a minute to remember the family of the young man at Morristown East that passed away, Hayden Lamb, and we certainly want to remember that family. So the ones that are joining us tonight, certainly remember them in your prayers. And I know it has to be tough on that family, but we're going to take a listen to the band here in just a moment. But Bud, going back to last week with the penalties, there were some things that really went on in that game that Gibbs did a pretty good job overcoming, because that one turnover down on the 2-yard line could have changed that play.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get back to that.
Reese. The color guard members are Cadet First Lieutenant Mason Miller, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Rebecca Franklin, Cadet Sergeant Cody Owens, Cadet Sergeant Beth Martin, and Cadet Staff Sergeant Haley Rosser. At this time, we invite you to stand for a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as the Gibbs Eagle Band, under the direction of Mr. John Humber, plays our national anthem.
That was the Gibbs High School Band. They do a fantastic job, as always, with their national anthem. So by going back to that from last week, they overcome some of those penalties. As you were alluding to, they really need to eliminate those tonight.
Yeah, and back to what we were talking about, there was a horse collar call that was not on Gibbs down, near the goal line. Clyde Barnes fumbles the ball in the end zone. Campbell County was able to recover. Talked to both Clyde and Coach about this week, and I was talking to Clyde about, he kind of got hosed, which I think the ref on that play actually ended up getting knocked out for a brief second, unrelated to that tackle, but was unable to make the call. And I told Clyde, you kind of got shafted, and Coach looked up and said, but you still need to hold on to the ball. So there's been some talk this week about it. Of course, Clyde had 6 carries for 90 yards, and I think averaged about 15 yards a carry if you do the math on that. So he played a good game last week, but Coach has been on him about ball security and not carrying that thing like a loaf of bread.
Well, we hope to see Gibbs come out and be able to carry the same momentum that they brought from that last game into this one. I know that they're going to be amped up for the game. I seriously doubt that they're looking past this one to region play. I think they want to come out here with a win tonight.
Yeah, I think so. And 2 things going against us. We've got some key players out tonight. Pittman is out, who is our kicker. Tweaked his ankle this week in practice. We've also got Percival, who is out, who was in an accident this week and faced some concussion issues. So a couple of key players going to be out for us tonight. I think our run game is still going to be strong. I'm pretty sure that's where Coach is going to go with it.
Yeah, I think the Percival issue was more just a precaution. They just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything there. He's going to be fine. He should be back next week, and certainly look forward to that. But tell you, the Eagles are still hungry. You can tell they're still hungry. They're walking with a little bit more confidence now, and I think tonight is certainly a game that they can win. Obviously, there's some emotional things there that Morristown East will probably be dealing with, and it'll be interesting to see kind of how they are able to play with that. But I'm sure there's a lot of heavy hearts on that team. But they're kind of in a similar situation to where Gibbs is. As far as if I'm not mistaken, they only have 1 win themselves. So they're playing for a lot too.
Yeah, and they've played some quality opponents. So just because they've only got 1 win, same thing as Gibbs. The schedule doesn't show everything. And I tell you, it's a little bit scary when you've got a team that's got just a little bit more to play for. We much respect for Morristown East, and we mourn their loss with them and still prayerful for them. But that also makes them a little bit more dangerous. They've got a little bit of an edge on the heart side tonight.
Yeah. Well, folks, I want to take an opportunity right now to tell you that we're going to have a big announcement coming up a little bit later on tonight. We're going to do that right after halftime. We're excited about it. We think you'll be excited about it, but we'll save that one till halftime. So make sure that you tune in, stay with us. If anything taught us last week, Bud, it's not to worry so much about the first few minutes. It can change really quick. So.
Yeah, I still don't want to go out the gate that same way.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Well, let's get ready for the coin toss here. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the start of the game.
Folks, welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium. We certainly appreciate you joining us. We want to take just a minute while the teams are making their way out for the coin toss to thank some of our sponsors. There's a couple of these folks that don't get mentioned a whole lot just because of the nature of how they're sponsoring and what they're sponsoring, but we certainly couldn't do this without these folks. We certainly appreciate their help. Miller Brothers Garage, we certainly want to thank them. Avalon, Your Kid and Me, IGA, Gibbs Family Medical, W's Smokehouse and Grill, Rambling Gal Boutique, and Godfrey Glass. These folks keep us running. They support many of the things in our church, and we certainly want to thank them for bringing the broadcast tonight.
Tim, I want to add on to that too. One, folks, please visit our sponsors. Go there, shop there, eat there. I can promise you the food is good at the places we advertise. Also want to give just a little extra shout out to Godfrey Glass. You know, that they are a company that really a lot of these folks residentially won't be able to support that much, but I do want people to know that when we need support and stuff like this for our schools and at our church, they're the first ones to jump on board just about every time with any way that they can help. So want to give them a little extra recognition for that. But these others, folks, go see them, go visit. I can promise you, you will not be disappointed. We highly recommend all these places. Absolutely.
And one thing I do want to mention at this time is the Gibbs Foundation, Gibbs High School Foundation. Many of you are familiar with that. It's a foundation that supports, does a lot of fundraising for the high school and this football team. They're actually having a barbecue fundraiser on October 27th from 10 to 2 p.m. in the Midway IGA parking lot. The meal includes wood smoke pool barbecue, coleslaw, baked beans, bun, cookie for $8.50. You can eat there or carry out, and all proceeds go toward purchasing computers and trying to make computers more accessible for our high school. Tickets can be purchased at the home games. There's a table set up if you happen to be listening to our broadcast while you're here. Also, you can go by the Gibbs High School office, or you can buy them at the event. So let's come out and support that as well.
All right, looks like, Tim, that Gibbs is going to kick and defer to the second half with the coin toss there. So I think that's a good thing, especially if we dig a little hole like we did last week. It's going to be nice to come out and have the ball.
Yes.
And we did have that last week. So, you know, Campbell County won the toss, but they elected to receive the ball. So it worked out for us then. So it's a good thing.
Well, it's a perfect night for football. You couldn't ask for better weather right now. It's cooling down just a little bit and cloud cover, but it's a fantastic night here at Ernest White Stadium.
The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Bill Cox, the umpire B.J. Hillard.
Well, they're announcing the official's name. I guess that's something we're all interested in, right? They're zebras.
That's just somebody that you can fuss at tonight.
Does a zebra have a name?
All right, we're about to get this one started.
Kicking off for the Eagles, Spencer Hudson.
Deep is number 3, Jacob Ward.
Deep for the Hurricanes, Jacob Ward.
I believe we've got potential to put this ball in the end zone. I was watching him kick a little bit. He's got a pretty decent leg pre-game.
It's football time at the crossroads,
bud. It's going to be returnable. He's got a lane up the right side, Tim. He's cutting back into some traffic, though. He's good return.
Excellent return.
East. So Gibbs going to have to shore up that special teams there. That's one of Coach's keys to the game. Right out the gate, we're not winning that one.
So Morristown East will have fantastic starting position, about the 47-yard line, it looks like. And they'll make their way out onto the field here in just a second. You know, you hate to see that, to give them a short field right off the bat, but like you say, just shore that up and stop it.
I tell you what, we spent pretty much most of last week giving them the ball at the 35-yard line, either on a kick out of bounds or just a short intentional kick, and you may see Coach go back to that tonight and avoid the returns. It seems like that's somewhere that we're weak, and we know we're weak. I think we were respecting that of Campbell County last week. We might have to go back to doing that tonight.
Well, this offense is led by number 1, Cole Henson. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 145 pounds, and we'll see here. This is actually a real similar setup to what they saw last week starting out the gate.
Yeah, that 5'7", a little generous. Maybe with his cleats on. I tell you, it's hard to play quarterback when you're looking over 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" linemen.
First and 10, Morristown East.
So delay game, honoring their fallen comrade. So Gibbs declines the penalty. I think that's class act on both sides.
Absolutely. Wonderful gesture by both teams.
Going to start off running the ball looking much like a Gibbs offense here off tackle.
So a nice run out to the 45 or 35-yard line by number 34.
Give me some stats on that boy. We got any stats on him? That's a big boy.
Yeah, Dorian Carmichael, he's a running back, 5'10", 220. He's a senior. So
yeah, I don't think I want
every bit of 220, I believe.
Yeah, he's got the 220, and that might be generous as well. He on the other side.
I believe this is going to be, it's either a false start or offsides on Gibbs.
It's going to be on Gibbs. We got a lot of pressure last week, and we saw this same thing. A little bit too soon. Might
be coming out just a little bit too hyped and trying to make a statement early.
Well, they need to settle in right here. This is a running offense so far.
1st and 5 from the 35-yard line. Going for the end zone.
Well covered.
That
is a miraculous catch down on about the 4. I tell you what, that was well played, Tim. I don't know that you can play that any better on the sideline as far as coverage goes. We've got a replay of that, I believe.
Yeah, he looked like he juggled it just a little bit, but he must have got a hold of it and able to get a foot down.
Yeah, the referee on that side had a good view, so I'll trust his judgment on that. I really thought that play was well defended. You can't do much more as a cornerback.
So 1st and goal for the Hurricanes. That's a good stop there.
In the backfield. That looks like about a loss of a yard, Tim.
Yeah, that was a great stop.
That penetration is what has really kept Gibbs going last week, and I can't help but think they're going to want to keep pressure and keep that going again tonight. And that's obviously what it's going to take.
Yeah, Isaiah Brooks on that stop. So it's 2nd and 5 from the 5.
Gibbs got good penetration again. Just got to wrap up. That 220 pounds is hard to bring down up high.
Yeah. Looks like he was trying to go for the strip there, and he was able to sneak out a few more yards on the play.
I tell you, I go back to this every week, tackling. We've got to, especially a 220-pound back, you've got to tackle low. You're not going to bring him down to shoulder pads. And I don't agree with going for that strip this early in the game in this position.
So it's 3rd down from the 3.
Going to run the same, swallowed up again. So it looks like we're going to have a decision to make here, Tim.
Yeah, and Gibbs is defending well at this point. You shorten that field a little bit, it makes it a little bit tougher for you to do a whole lot on the defense. Looks like they're going for it here.
Yeah, the kicker went to come out, and coach grabbed him and pulled him back, so he wants this touchdown.
So they're going to get a few more tries at it here.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see if this is on Gibbs or on the offense moving.
Looks like someone jumped in the neutral zone. The question was he drawn off? Looks like they're giving him half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and that's, again.
So it will be a 1st down for, I think, 4th and goal. No, it's to replay the down. They get half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, costly penalties, Tim. That was my key to the game. They're going to wrap him up in the backfield. That's going to be no score.
Yeah. Great stand by Gibbs to hold Morristown East from scoring, and they'll take over. A false start.
So they killed that play dead. That could come back to bite Gibbs.
Yeah, that would have been a big stop, but it ends up being
the kicking team now.
Ends up being a dead ball foul. So now Campbell County will have it 4th down on the 6-yard line. It'll be a 16-yard kick.
At Morristown East, I don't know much about this team. We've not got to see them much, so always got to be leery of a fake right here. It's definitely a makeable kick at the high school level.
Snap down, kick is up.
Looks like it's good.
And it is good.
Well, I think you got to count that as a moral victory, Tim.
You do. Not a big fan of them, but
yeah.
Anyway, Morristown East goes up to draw first blood 3-0 with 7:47 left to go in the 1st quarter. So we will be back in just a second. Folks, welcome back to Gibbs High School, where Morristown East leads the Eagles 3-0. We did have a clock issue, and they are currently working on getting that straightened out. Right now the clock shows 7:45 left to go in the first quarter, and Gibbs is lined up for the kickoff with Barnes deep.
We got a ref coming up to the booth here to actually to report the time. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like he's going to come all the way up to the booth and give him the time. So
I tell you what, while he does that, while we get this all sorted out, let's take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to Gibbs High School. We're about ready for the kickoff here. We still have Barnes deep for the kickoff, and it's up and away. They are going to let it bounce.
As you got to
did
pick
not
that
go
up.
into the end zone.
You've got to field that ball. You've got to field that ball. That's a rookie mistake. I don't know. I think they got confused. Both of them thought the other was going to catch it. Then they both bailed thinking it was going to go in the end zone. But you've got to field that ball.
Yeah, so Gibbs will have it on the 12-yard line. First and 10. 7:40 left to go in the first quarter. They need to answer right here, bud. They need to get off to a good start.
Yeah, I can tell you that kickoff reminds me of a time in probably Pee Wee football team. I was back to return kicks pretty much all the time. I lacked the understanding, though, so they tell me to let the punts go. Well, I let a kickoff go one time, and, well, we all know how that probably ended. And
pitch to Barnes on the outside. He's got a good look down at the 30-yard line. Excellent pickup.
Good run by Barnes. He's got a lot of speed. Love to see Barnes run. He can move. Hopefully he heeds coach's advice and holds on to that ball a little bit better.
Yeah. So first down, Gibbs at the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, we're not lacking in the studs when it comes to running the ball. We've got speed. We've got power. There's that pitch. We had some issues with the pitch last week. Good strong run there for about 5-6, and he's still digging. This is what makes me nervous. We got a flag in there. I don't know if we got a late hit, something like that. But Humphreys is a stud. He can really move the ball.
Couldn't tell from this side. It could be a face mask if it was hidden, but there were several flags thrown on that one, so they saw it.
I saw a Morristown East player hit the ground, so let's hope it's not something on us, a little unsportsmanlike or anything.
So you're right, bud. It is against the Eagles.
I was thinking that was coming. Anytime you see a body go flying, you got to think something might not have been right there. So
after the penalty, it's 1st and 14.
So it is 1st and 14 from about the 21-yard line, or 26-yard line. I'm sorry.
Does this start to feel like a replay of last week, Tim?
It does. It does.
Only 3 points down instead of 7 now, but let's hope we can get our offense going a little quicker this week. I know that's got to drive Coach nuts. You know that play, it's dead when that happened. No sense in that stuff.
So give goes to Humphreys. Pickup of about maybe 1, 2.
Yeah, he got a couple there. Almost a face mask, but it looked like they got jersey. The ref was right on top of it, so I'm sure everything was good. Because I have full trust in Zebra's team. That'll change by the end of this quarter.
So it's going to be second down and about 12 yards to go.
I don't think you're going to see anything through the air here, but this is the down to try it on. I don't like to see third and long situations. Everybody in the stands knows you're going to pass. So let's see what Coach got dialed up here. It's going to be Barnes around the corner, cuts back in.
There was not a whole lot on that one.
Yeah, Barnes is not the type of kid you want running up the middle at 145 pounds soaking wet. I think that's pretty generous. We got to see him for the interview this week. And unfortunately, we had a little bit of a technical error with our SD card, so we're not going to have the interview. We're going to give Clyde another shot, though, this week. We're going to get him back and let him interview. But yeah, 145 pounds is generous. He's not the kid I want running up the middle. So
Gibbs is going to have it here, 3rd down and still 12 yards to go.
Shotgun formation.
Trying to go with a little bit of a hard count there.
Yeah, they put Barnes in motion, and that works well for Gibbs. The team seem to be respecting Barnes after he gets a run or two. They keep an eye on him. So we've got a pass, got a man open downfield. East is closing fast for the interception.
Yeah, that was picked off by Morristown East. So it's going to be Morristown East at the 41-yard line.
Well, almost like a punt, Tim.
It was. I don't think it was a bad call.
No, I like the call. The problem is we get a little too much arc on the ball. That ball needs to be a little flatter.
Yeah.
It was wide open for 15 yards. We had a touchdown catch last week where I said he was almost open too long, and that's what happens when you get just a little too much air under the ball. We need to flatten that out and hit him a little sooner in the route.
Yeah. So Morristown East will have it 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. 5:08 left to go in the first quarter.
See a little pressure here from Gibbs. We got a hold there that was missed, but we're going to end up getting him anyway.
That's a sack by Gibbs. Has to be a W, big play there. You know, they had a lot of those last week in the second half. It'd be nice to see those again tonight.
Yeah, I'm tasting those chickens right now. I mean, and the ribs. I thought you were taking care of me on that tonight. I didn't eat because of that, just so you know. Tim's going to bring me W's. Why do I need to eat?
So about 7-yard loss on that. We'll flare back. That is, I believe that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, ref this side's calling an incomplete pass, but they did the right thing by jumping on the ball. The head ref back there wasn't blowing the whistle. But it was ruled incomplete. But you got to love players that continue to play. I saw a play this week with, I believe it was against Arkansas, maybe North Louisiana. Did you get to see that, the punt return?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the kid catches the ball, stands there. As everybody walks away, he takes off, scores a touchdown on the play.
Didn't they make a rule change to keep that from happening again, I think? Another big-time sack by Gibbs. So there's another W's big play. So the Gibbs, that was an excellent stand. 3 and out. And they went the wrong way, so can't ask for that better than that.
Yeah, and Coach has figured out he's got some athletes on defense, and he can pretty much give pressure anytime he wants it, and he's figured out that that's working. So we've got Barnes back to return the punt here. Hopefully we'll see a little electricity. Yeah, clean kick, good kick. Barnes comes up, makes the catch. He's got room, Tim.
He does.
Nice stiff arm. Got to get that ball in tight, down about the 35-yard line, looks like.
So an excellent play. I don't think that was too far from where they punted it from is where he ended up. So Gibbs is going to have excellent field position in Morristown East territory. You know, they've got a good position now. They could maybe do some damage.
Yeah, I talked to Barnes, this week, and one of the things that he talked about was being tired in that game. We got a little laundry on the field back here. Looks like a hold, maybe 10. Blocking the back, that's 2. In a senseless play.
I didn't see exactly where that was at. I hope that it would have affected the play and not been away from the ball, but
well, in the area that they're walking it off, it looks like it was. That's a spot of the foul call. So that's about a 40-yard flip from where we were to where we are now. So
Gibbs is going to take over at their own 30 now, and we got 3:44 left to go in the first quarter. Morristown East leads 3-0.
You know, I think if it's not for penalties last week, we probably win that game by 2 touchdowns. Good fake by the quarterback there. Had me fooled. I thought that was wrapped up.
So a good 5-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Dalton had a good play fake on that one.
Gibbs seems to be playing a lot of teams that have a lot of size inside.
Yeah. And we choose to run right at it, Tim. I don't know why. We got Chris Edmonds there, number 62 for
because the game went on. They did a lot of up the middle runs, and it's payoff. Maybe
it's a fake, so I like about 3 yards, but right.
So Humphrey's in the backfield.
Looks like Morristown East is playing it right. And here we got Barnes. He's going to cut it up and have a little room for the first down.
That was a nice cutback by Barnes. That was able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, back to Barnes. He was talking about being tired. He's played a lot throughout the game last week, returning kicks and doing as much as he does. He's constantly running. So that's something as a coach you got to be mindful of. I've got this kid running every single play, whether he's carrying the ball or not. He's in motion. So that's one of the things Barnes has been working on, his conditioning and things like that. So
Gibbs has it first down from the 49-yard line, trailing 3-0. And Humphreys on the carry, not much.
Going to be good for a yard.
Humphreys on the carry.
Down to about a minute left, Tim, here in the first quarter. I feel like this game's where we want it to be. Obviously, we'd like to be on the flip side of this score, but about 7 days ago, we were probably sitting 20-0 right now.
Yeah. So
right under center.
2nd and 8.
And we keep running at that 500 pounds worth of defensive lineman right there.
Yeah. Not a whole lot on that one either. So about 36 seconds left to go. It'd be interesting to see here if Gibbs takes another shot at another play, or if they'll just let this one in. About 30 seconds left on the play clock.
It's 3rd and 7.
So there is less time on the game clock than the play clock at the moment.
It looks like they're going to try and snap it, and we've got some wideouts here. We've got Barnes in motion.
Another handoff to Humphreys. Still not a whole lot there.
Yeah, running right at the meat of that defensive line. So it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, so we're going to end the quarter here with Gibbs trailing 3-0. Folks, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
I know this. I wouldn't just trust anybody when working on my Jeep, but I would trust Miller Brothers Auto Repair. They're one of our main sponsors and they love the Gibbs community. They offer general maintenance, auto body, mechanical tire, and detailing services. Miller Brothers prides themselves in knowing that each and every vehicle that is brought into their shop is properly and professionally examined. Miller Brothers is located at 7123 Tazewell Pike. Tell them Jared sent you.
All right, folks, we're back here with the start of the second quarter at Gibbs High School, where the Eagles are trailing right now 3-0 to the Morristown East Hurricanes. Folks, we want to remind you guys, if you don't mind, share this broadcast. If you know, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, or any of those, be sure to share it with others and let them take a look at it, because they might miss another barn burner like they did last week if they don't.
Looks like we're going for it on 4th down here, Tim. You see what coach has got dialed up. A little option play here. Dalton's going to keep it, and I believe he's going to be real close pinning a spot. Looks like we've got the spot for the first down.
It's going to be really close. Don't see a signal yet.
Got the white hat over there checking it out because he's smarter than the black hats, right? First down.
Signal 1st and 10 Eagles. That's a first down brought to you by your kids and me.
How does that feel to be a side judge? And you can see it's a first down, but you got to wait on the guy with the white hat to come signaling it. I mean, you know.
So Humphreys is actually coming out of the game. So it's going to be first down, 10 for the Eagles, about the 39-yard line.
Got Brooks in the backfield. I've got as much confidence in him as I do in Humphreys. A good, hard runner. I believe if I'm the side judge, I'm going to call that first down before the white hat gets over there. I'm not waiting on you. I can see the ball. First down. I'd get me a first down call in. Pitch to Barnes. He's got the edge. Cutting it back.
Oh, great cutback.
Speed.
He might go all the way. That's a touchdown, Gibbs, Eagles.
No laundry on the field, Tim. Looks like that one's going to stand.
That was a great little cutback by Barnes.
Yeah, and that's what he brings to the table. So we're talking about him being in motion so much. Now that he's got this big run, that's going to open up a little bit more of your run game because they're going to respect that. They're going to watch him every time he moves now. So
I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe he's only a freshman.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully we got 4 years of a healthy Barnes.
Agreed. So Gibbs is going to try to tack on the extra point here. 11:39 left to go in the second quarter.
New kicker here, so this is not 100% for us yet.
Snap down, kick is up, and looks like it was blocked there. It might have come out pretty low.
That's something missing Pittman tonight. Hurts. Pittman gets the ball up quick. He gets it there, so we expected to have a little trouble in our kicking game tonight. Look for this kickoff, Tim, to be short and not to the deep man.
That's okay. Gibbs is still up on Morristown East at the moment, 6-3 with 11:39 left to go in the second quarter.
So talk to you about decisions, Tim. Mental mistakes, things like that. My wife got a new pair of pajama pants this week. American flags. Nice pair of pajama pants. So she comes through the house, shows them to me, and she says, "What do you think about my pajama pants?" I said, "Baby, that's the biggest flag I ever seen." That was a wrong decision. So unfortunately, I just got rid of my doghouse. So there I was. Nonetheless, they were nice pajama pants.
We might have missed that one, but I believe that would be considered a W's big play.
I'm certain it was, and I'm still certain that I don't have any wings that you didn't bring me. Hint, hint.
Kicking off, Hudson, deep for the Hurricanes.
I won't do you like your wife. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I expect. There's no hidden agenda here.
So Gibbs to kick off.
And it's going to be short. They're going to let that hit the ground. And he's going to try to field that ball. Wow.
That's going to be out at the 8-yard line.
Wow, Gibbs got a break there.
They did.
I like the kick. I like kicking it away from the deep man. I don't know what he's thinking there. If that ball goes out of bounds, they got it on 35. I guess he's thinking that on the bounce it's going to come right to him, and sometimes that'll happen.
So Gibbs gets a little bit of a break here. They're going to have – Morristown East is going to have it 1st and 10 from about the 8-yard line. And 11:39 left to go in the second. You know, Gibbs was able to answer there.
Yeah, and you got to watch a throw right here. A lot of times you get them pinned back. You want to go all pressure and try to get the safety, try to pin them on the one. You got to watch, don't commit everybody. They're going to run the ball here with a big 220-pounder, and he's going to get about 11 yards.
That's going to be real close to the first down. I believe it is going to be a first down. About an 11-yard pickup. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have to find somebody to get in the way of Carmichael there. He's a bus.
He's a load.
And got some speed, looks like. He's got that football speed, able to get to the hole quick and get through it, get to that second level. Playing off the wide receivers on the near side here, Tim. I don't know what about that. I guess they're respecting the speed a little bit, but I typically like to see them play up close. They're playing up close on the far side of the field, so.
Got a little bit of a hold up here.
It looks like we got another clock issue here. So I think they're having some issues running the clock from the field. Maybe the remote's not working, so we've got a referee going to work up here. But we're going back live here.
Okay, all right.
Got pressure on him. Quarterback able to get the ball away. Not much doing. I don't know that they gained a yard there.
No, that was great defense by the Eagles.
And that's one thing Gibbs is continuing to see. You get the pressure, you can bust things up for they're supposed to develop. But for those at home, there's a remote that works the clock on the field. The referees usually have it, and they start and stop the clock with that. That appears to be malfunctioning, maybe a battery issue or something. I don't know. If we had a battery sponsor, I'd throw them in right there, but we don't. Duracell Energizer, anybody wants to shout at us.
They could go buy some at Midway if they needed
That is true. Midway IGA does sell batteries.
Yep. So it's going to be 2nd down and a long 9 yards for Town East.
Tell you, I don't know about heckling referees when we got one in the booth up here.
Oh, that might have been tipped.
Yeah, that tipped or bounced off the helmet. We got a replay on that.
It's 3rd and 10.
Not sure if that hit off a helmet or if that was slapped down. Yeah, it looks like it just hit off the helmet of And I'll tell you what, as far downfield as that blocker was there, that could have been a penalty.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go from the 16, 17-yard line.
Low snap. Going to get pressure in there. Wow.
Good play by Morristown East.
Great pass by the quarterback under pressure, under duress. Give credit where credit was due.
Oh, there is a marker.
Got a little laundry down there in the neighborhood of Holden.
So they are backing Morristown East back up, so it looks like this one is going to come back.
We're still waiting on the communication from the referee here, but that definitely looks like a hold, and they're walking back as if that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get the player number at the moment.
Wow. So that hold occurred in the backfield.
So that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, so that's what's the yardage on that, Tim? 22.
Yeah.
3rd and a long way.
Yeah, 3rd and a long way.
So they're going to go with the bus, and he's going to be wrapped up there with just a very short gain. I think Gibbs is going to be happy with this possession.
I think Gibbs kind of knew what was coming there. They kind of figured it would be a handoff and was able to defend it pretty well.
I'll tell you what, if I had him in my backfield, I'd give him the ball.
So Gibbs is going to have Barnes deep. It's going to be 4th down. Morristown East is going to punt from their own end zone. You got to be careful here if you're Morristown East. You don't want to.
Yeah, Barnes standing at 38, so I have to imagine if he has any time at all to return from there, we're going to be in good position. Obviously, I think we're playing for touchdowns tonight, minus Pittman.
Great.
Short kick.
Gibson.
Barnes going to catch that.
Needs to wrap the ball up a little bit there.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and blow that whistle, ref. You get somebody hurt.
I noticed that Morristown East didn't look like they were that deep on that punt. Like the punter wasn't lined up that deep, and Gibbs almost got to that one.
Yeah, and only going to have about 6 yards on that return. Barnes got ice running through his veins there, making that catch with a defender right on top of him.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 34-yard line. They're going to have great field position, short field, and we'll see if they can add on to this lead. Gibbs is leading Morristown East currently at 6-3 with 9:27 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Quarterback under center here. No surprise, Barnes in motion. Wright's going to keep it and have about 9 or 10 yards on the carry. Yeah. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. There we go. Black Hat moving the chains. How about that?
He made his decision on that one. He didn't check with the white hat, right?
He's found his time.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 24-yard line. 9:07 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
So did you ever think that you'd be watching a high school game thinking, boy, not having our kickers hurting us? You know, typically it's not that big of a deal in high school football, not at this level. Wright's gone again.
Yeah. Fantastic run by the quarterback.
Showing a little speed.
He was.
He had an interception for a touchdown last week, along with a touchdown pass. So
that's going to be a "you're kidding me" 1st down. So 11 yards will be, Gibbs is running the ball really well right now.
Yeah, and that's their
bread and butter.
It is. That's what they do well. They are able to mix in a pass every once in a while once they suck those defensive backs up close. Going to let that go to Humphreys up the middle for about 8 yards.
Humphreys just dragging people.
He does that.
He does.
May have to give him some kind of nickname like the Dragon. I don't know.
So Gibbs is going to have it at the 4-yard line. 2nd and 3. They can pick up a 1st down here without scoring a touchdown, but I just soon see 6 right here.
Yeah, and hopefully, I haven't seen any activity with our kicker on the sideline, but you got to work on getting that ball up a little quicker. Humphreys is going to march right in.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Give him 6.
Don't see any flags on the play. That is going to be a touchdown by the Eagles with 7:58 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Now here's what you got to do as a coach of a high school team. You've got to not let these kids get too far ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
They had a good game last week, starting off fairly strong this week, and you're playing a good team. So you can't let up. You've got to keep on pushing. And that kicks up. So
looks like it's just a little bit wide.
Yeah, a little bit wide to the right there. So again, Missing Pittman is hurting us.
Yeah, but the only way you get better is to have opportunities, and the young man is getting opportunities, and hopefully he'll get a few more tonight.
So John's had a tweak on his ankle, bruise, a bone bruise. Nothing broken, no fracture, but painful nonetheless, and that's what's got him out tonight.
I just want to take a minute here. We announced it a little bit earlier, but we want to announce it one more time. The Gibbs High School Foundation is having a fundraiser barbecue on Saturday, October 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Midway IGA parking lot. The meals include pork barbecue, coleslaw, baked beans, all that for $8.50. You can eat it there, you can carry it out. All proceeds go to purchasing computers and trying to make computers more accessible to Gibbs High School. You can purchase tickets at the office, here at the game, or at the event. I just want to shout out to JJ tonight, JJ Spears. He's usually on the sidelines doing photography for the Eagles. He's big in the Gibbs Foundation. Certainly missed seeing him on the sidelines tonight, but I know he's listening. I got on there. So
I'll tell you what, another bad play on special teams by Morristown East. You've got to field these balls. I don't know. Both teams tonight are letting the kickoff hit the ground. You've got to catch that ball when it's short like that. I don't know. I'm certain that's going to be coached on both sides, but at this level, you got to know to catch it.
Yeah, Morristown East keeps pinning themselves way back, and you know that's just mental mistakes. That's all it is.
Let the record show when I let it go, I was about 9. Okay, so didn't make that mistake at this level, but at the high school level, I'm thinking they're coached to return the kickoff. Unless it's in the end zone, you've got to catch it. And there comes the bus for about 3 yards. I suspect we're going to see him all night long. I would say he's one that's probably very winded at the end of each game when you've got a powerhouse like that.
So it's going to be second and about 6 yards for Morristown East.
Have a shotgun formation here looking for a pass. Well, oh no, got a man wide open downfield, Tim. We've got a busted play on defense.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to score on that one. There's somebody gaining on him, but that's not too little too late.
That is a touchdown from Morristown East.
Yeah, I'd like to get a replay on that. Looks like we had 2 bite low on the screen.
That's, what, a 93-yard touchdown, something like that?
Yeah, we had 2 guys bite down low. That's a miscommunication on defense. Assignments, I'm sure that will be coached at the end of this series right here. But
yeah, so Morristown East finds a hole in the defense, finds a miscommunication there, and puts it in for 6. With 7:09 left to go in the second quarter, trying to tack on the extra point.
You know, that's a big momentum play for them, Tim, but when it's a busted defense like that and just a missed assignment, it doesn't get to you as bad. A good field goal or a good extra point there.
The kick is good.
It doesn't hurt your feelings as bad. I think you're able to come back and say we gave that to them.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do that, but I don't think we're going to get us down.
Yeah. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
On Thursday, October 4th, Women of Grace will be hosting the annual community-wide Glorious Women's event with well-known author and speaker Donna Abbott. The event will be held at Clear Springs. Tickets may be purchased at clearspringsbaptist.net. Yesterday, it was announced that every young lady aged 16 years up to 22 years of age in the community will be given a free ticket to attend. Visit our website for all the details at clearspringsbaptist.net.
So welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium, where Gibbs is still leading 12-10. That Morristown East just scored on I believe it was a 93-yard touchdown pass.
I've already blocked it out, Tim. I don't know what happened.
So Gibbs is deep for the kickoff here. It looks like we have Barnes deep. But I mean, besides that one breakdown in defense, actually defense has played really well so far.
Yeah, and that's what happens a lot of times. They did exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to get Gibbs biting on the short pass and on the runs. They ran the ball, short passes, and then they got them to bite. So assignment football, you've got to remember who your guy is, who you're responsible for in that secondary. So let's hope that we don't have a mishap here on a kickoff like we had the first time. Good deep kick. Barnes is going to field that and bring it out.
little bit of a hole there. He cuts back cross field, and he's going to swallow him up around the 22-yard line.
Actually, you're going to give him credit up to about 25 there.
Oh, yeah.
So good spot again for Gibbs. Hard to tell when they get all grumbled up like that.
Yeah, but they're still, either way, they're still going to have pretty decent field position.
Yeah, better than being on the 8, right?
Yeah.
Just got to focus on my key to the game, penalties. We don't need the silly offsides penalties. Definitely no personal fouls, anything like that. Blocks in the back seem to be getting us tonight, and one of them for sure was unnecessary. Long ways away from the play after the play was essentially over.
So Dalton Wright takes the center. Ethan Humphreys in the background, or in the backfield.
It looks like
that's
Humphreys
right up
is
the
going
middle.
to carry the ball right up the middle, and he just amazes me. You got 4 guys, and he still gains another 3 yards.
Yeah, that's a 20-yard gain. That's going to be a W's big play.
Yeah, let's watch this right here. What's this initial contact? There's at least 4 defenders around him, and I'm thinking he's going to get swallowed up right here, but he gets another 3 yards after the initial hit. There it is, boom. It takes 3 of them to bring him down with those legs driving.
It does. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Gibbs at the 49-yard line.
I believe he's been eating those W's chicken wings that I don't have. And Wright's going to take a quarterback sneak straight up the middle for about 9 or 10 yards.
Yeah, that's going to be real close to a first down. He may be a yard short, but a great gain on that first play. We'll take 9 yards every time.
All night long we'll take that. So Gibbs moving the ball tonight. That's something we struggled with in the first half last week, but I like the way it looks this week. We found some things. We found some blocking. We give a lot of credit to these runners, but the line's doing a great job in the trenches on both sides of the ball for Gibbs. Literally pushing guys, tackled again forward for about 4 more yards.
So that's another dose of Humphreys out to the 33-yard line.
And that's a you're kidding me first down. Seem to have had a few of those tonight.
Yeah.
So you're kidding me getting their money's worth. As is W's.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Humphreys in the backfield. That's a quarterback keeper, not a whole lot on that one.
He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. It's one thing that Gibbs, you can coach this, but a lot of it is just natural talent to fall forwards. A lot of times you can't help it, can't do anything about it, but these guys seem to do a good job falling forward, and that helps. And instead of a 2nd and 10, we're to 2nd and 8.5, something like that.
I think Gibbs is getting content right now just to line up and say, try to stop us at the moment.
Yeah, and we've still got some issues with the scoreboard not showing the right down and distance, but we can go by the chain gang on the side there. It's going to be 3rd in a minute.
Yeah, 3rd and about 11, 12, something like that.
I think Coach has proved, though, we're in 4-down territory.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go in the half.
So we're coming up on 4:35 right now. Gibbs has got it 3rd down and about a long 11 yards here.
Hot night tonight, Tim. A lot of the folks in the stands fanning themselves off. Drop back for a pass. He's going to have to get out of there with that one. He's got nothing doing. He's got a man deep.
He's got a man deep, and that's a great catch.
Wow. No laundry on the field, Tim, so that's going to stand down there about the 6-7 yard line.
That was Cade Arnwine on the catch.
Great patience by Wright. You don't see that very often in a high school quarterback, to be that patient and wait for something to develop, but that goes back to the line play. We don't give enough credit to the line on this team.
Yeah, so that's a you're kidding me 1st down. So Gibbs is going to have it 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line.
I look for little Humphreys right here. And he's going to get it about 3 yards.
They're just really having a difficult time bringing him down on initial contact.
Well, Gibbs is doing a really good job getting the play off quick. They're not having time to react. He's got the ball and coming through the hole as they're coming up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that with a big, strong line like that, sometimes you don't have the quickness on the defensive line that you would if you had just a little bit smaller size. Going to send Barnes in motion for the pitch, looking for some end zone here. He cuts it back in.
Nice cut back. Touchdown, Barnes.
I tell you, everything that kid does is so smooth. That's a W's big play right there. but he's just so fluid in his motion.
He is. He's patient. He's a
yeah.
patient runner, and you don't really see that a whole lot out of a first-year freshman. You know, he does a fantastic job in his cutbacks, waiting on those holes just to open up.
He got a little Barry Sanders in him. If people can go back that far. I don't know how long Barry Sanders has been out of leagues, but he was one of the shiftiest little fellas there ever was to hit the NFL.
So Gibbs is going to abandon the field goal or the extra point on this one and try to go for 2 here.
Yeah, we can make up some ground here if we can get this. You're going to look for the option. Wright's going to keep it and make
Wright
it.
keeper.
No laundry on the field.
Extra points good. So Gibbs now has extended their lead with 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. Score is 20-10 Gibbs. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there. On Saturday, October 27th, Clear Springs will be hosting our annual Trunk or Treat on our campus located in the Gibbs community. The event will be from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Cars will line the parking lot and folks will be giving out candy, and lots of candy during that 2 hours. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Folks, thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you've missed a pretty good first half by Gibbs so far. They're leading Morristown East 20-10 with 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. And Bud, looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, they're winning in every aspect of the game, including special teams right here. Gibbs, we've let one get free here, and that looks like that's going to be a big play for Morristown East. That's not what we wanted on this. I don't know how that happens, Tim.
I'm not sure either. That looked like it was going to be down about the 23, 24-yard line and took off. So just like that,
the game changes. So that's what I'm talking about. When as a coach, you've got to stay on your team. You cannot take a play off. And I feel like we got bottled up right there. That's not what Gibbs had in mind.
I think Coach is probably going to have a chat about special teams at halftime.
I'll be honest with you, Tim. The only special teams plays that we've won are the ones they've given us by not catching the ball down there. They pretty much beat us up and down the field on it other than that, but they did give us 2 on the kickoffs there. So let's see this extra point.
So Morristown East will go for the extra point.
I don't know how you've got a ball bouncing around on the 15-yard line for what seemed like 15 minutes and we can't make a play on it.
Yeah, so the kick is good. Morristown East has answered right back. That was quick. That took about probably 4 or 5 seconds for them.
Quick and not what we wanted, Tim. I can assure you that Coach is frustrated at that. That was going exactly the way he wanted it right up till it was picked up and run all the way back. So we got a chance to score again here.
We do.
Let's go back on offense and see what we can do. I can assure you we're going to see a lot of Barnes, a lot of Humphreys.
So folks, stick around. We want to make sure that you stick around. We've got a big announcement coming in the second half, and you don't want to go anywhere. We want to make sure that we let you know we're going to have a big announcement right after the bands play. So just a little bit of a teaser, Bud.
I tell you, I want to go ahead and give credit where credit's due right here. We generally do this some point through the night, but we've got Keaton Roach and David Savage on cameras for us. Appreciate them. They're doing a great job. Jared Kidwells, who puts all this together.
Master.
I can't imagine this being possible without him.
Yeah.
Not to take any credit away from our cameraman. Everybody knows you and I are just too whatever we are up here on the air. I don't want to call us names because I like us. Other people probably do. But lots of thanks to Jared and all that he does for us.
All right, so Barnes is deep.
That one's going to hit the ground. You got to field that clean right here and bring it back.
And there is a hole over there on that side.
Yeah, he's going to get out to about the 35. We got a little laundry coming in.
I believe that might be a late hit on Morristown East.
I hope it's on Morristown East. I'm about tired of having penalties against us. That came from about the 50-yard line, Tim. So
yeah, I think it was a late hit on Morristown East. Personal foul. Oh, holding on Gibbs.
Holding
wow.
on Gibbs. Called from the 50-yard line over here. I don't know how he saw that. Heck of a throw by the referee. I'll give him that.
I thought for sure that was a late hit. I mean, he come in there
he
late, but
about 17 yards on that flag toss there. So
wow.
longest pass of the night by a referee.
Wow.
So that's going to be a spot of the foul. Going to put the ball back about the 21-yard line, something like that.
Yep. So Gibbs will have it 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line with 3:19 left to go in the second quarter.
I don't know how he saw it with that body flying from the late hit.
I know.
Either way, we'll start here.
I think you're probably going to still see a dose of Humphreys here.
Yeah, and Morristown stacking the box. We got Barnes coming around the corner. He's got a little room. Got to be real careful there with a block in the back and hope that Barnes holds hold of that football.
Yeah, that was really close. It
Yeah.
could have probably threw a flag there, but
Yeah, sometimes you just got to realize that a 5-yard gain is better than a 10-yard loss.
yeah. So, but Gibbs had 8-yard gain in there, and so it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line.
Might see a little dose of Humphreys here. There, Barnes in motion again. Humphrey, sure enough, up the middle. Going to have enough for the first down.
You called it, Bud. So it will be 1st and 10 Eagles with 2:38 left to go in the second quarter.
You got to have a little sense of urgency here and remember that those timeouts do you no good in the locker room.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of leaving time on the clock for Morristown to come back, but I think that we're moving the ball and the clock needs to be an issue right here.
So Gibbs will have it 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Pitch out to Barnes. He's got the edge, but he's wrapped up. No gain. If anything, maybe a loss of a yard, Tim.
Yeah. Morristown East bit on Humphreys, but they also covered Barnes really well.
Yeah, and that can open up a pass lane for you. That's what Gibbs was wanting to do, putting Barnes in motion, and you run a big risk in wearing him out as the night goes on doing that. But there's other things that it opens up when they bite that hard on the quarterback and on the pitch. There's other things open. I think that's one of the reasons Humphreys is having such a good night as well.
So quarterback keeper.
Yeah, get good for 3 or 4.
Quarterback right keeps.
So like you say, there's not a whole lot of urgency here by the Eagles, so it almost, they're looking maybe for a big play, but.
Yeah, we got the band ready lined up out here, ready for our halftime show.
Yeah, we will be bringing that to you in its entirety.
I love a good marching band, Tim. I like the drums particularly. Folks that don't know it, I dance up here when the drums play.
So it's 3rd and 6.
Pass and play by Gibbs. He's got a man downfield. Just a little bit out of bounds. You got to flatten that out just a touch and keep it in bounds. So I don't think this is 4th down territory here. An incomplete pass stops the clock there. So.
Yeah, the only negative that comes from that play, even though if it would connect it, obviously it would have been a great play, but now you stop the clock, and so you're bringing your punt team out. Morristown East is going to have a short field, you would think, unless there's something drastic happens here, and they got 1:07 left on the clock. They're going to try to put the pedal down.
I just hope we don't have any more of that old lady stuff we pulled on the last return. Let them run right by. Going to get a clean kickoff. Going to be short.
So that was
that one's called in the stands.
Yeah, that was off the side of the foot, I believe. That's going to be
That's going to be in Gibbs territory.
That's going to be about probably a 15-yard punt or so.
I don't know if they're going to give him that much, Tim.
Wow.
So they're going to start at about the 41 in Gibbs territory with 1 minute and 2 to go. Not what we wanted right here, obviously. Captain Obvious.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the net was on that, but
I feel like it was positive, maybe. I don't know. At this point, though, this is my fear. When you get a team coming off of a good win and starting out good, they tend to take a few plays off. And I don't think we necessarily done that on that series, but I think we did it on the kickoff before.
So Morristown East will have it 1st down at the 41-yard line with about 1 minute left to go in the half.
Just a little holding in the backfield here.
Oh.
Morristown's getting away with some holding here in the backfield. I don't know this guy, the white hat, he seems to want to call these first downs all the time, but he's not seeing the holds. I don't know what makes his eyes any better, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be second down from the 41-yard line, Morristown East.
Again, the graphic on the 1st and 10 is not accurate. They've had some issues with the clock tonight, so actually 2nd and 10 coming up. And they got pressure on him, Tim. And that's hit the ground.
Going to be incomplete.
Yeah, you can't trap it, unfortunately. Good defense.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Morristown East. Gibbs is holding tight here.
So do you look now to get a chance to get the ball back?
You know, possibly maybe get a big play, but you would think that they would have tried to score on the last possession if they were going to get serious about moving the ball.
Yeah, I feel like Morristown's in 4-down territory here. I don't believe they're in a punt situation if they do end up 4th down, unless it's a big loss here. He's got time. He's got men downfield, but well covered.
It's a jump ball.
Going to be out of bounds no matter what.
That is going to be an incomplete pass.
They were almost on the track when whoever called it.
So it's going to be 4th down from the 41-yard line. It looks like
they're going to punt.
Looks like they are going to send their punt unit in. So Gibbs will get the ball back here with about 42 seconds left.
I feel like that Gibbs has let Morristown East back in this game with that goof on the kickoff. We've given them a touchdown pass on some missed assignment on coverage, and we've given them a kickoff that I think any Pee Wee team could have defended. So Coach is definitely going to be talking about assignment football in the locker room at halftime, I'm sure, and penalties.
Well, give credit where credit's due. This coaching staff has done a really good job of making adjustments as the games have gone on.
Oh, couldn't be more pleased with our Gibbs coaching staff. Not only, Tim, they really not even waited till halftime. They've done good about making adjustments in the middle of the game, and you don't see that a lot. But definitely last week and this week as well, dialing up some different defense. And, wow, we're pinned back here, Tim. I think you just got to milk 29 seconds off the clock.
You know, do you down it, or do you take a chance on maybe a fumble or big play, or do you hand off here? Or
I tell you what, if we had a little flatter throw on quarterback, I don't like putting that much air into the ball, so I don't think you try to pass it downfield right here. With a little different arm back there, we might try to sneak one downfield.
I think you possibly see if you can get a play here, but you got to be real careful not to fumble.
Yeah. That's going to be coming right up the middle with Humphreys. Good dose of him out to about the 6-yard line.
So it's 22 seconds left to go in this first half. Gibbs is leading 20-17. Be surprised if Gibbs runs another play here.
Yeah, I think you just let this clock run down. Let's go into halftime. Let's talk about the mistakes we've made, the things we're doing well, and come back out and try to win this second half. We got the ball. Yep. So we're going to be right back with it, hopefully a little better field position.
Yeah, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and have the bands. Enjoy the bands, and we will see you here in the second half.
Just trust anybody in working in Memphis, but I would trust Miller Brothers Auto Repair. They're one of our main sponsors, and they love the Gibbs community. They offer general maintenance, auto body, mechanical tire, and detailing services. Miller Brothers prides themselves in knowing that each and every vehicle that is brought into their shop is properly and professionally examined. Miller Brothers is located at 7123 Tazewell Pike. Tell them Jared sent you.
Is inspired by the dreams and imagination of P.T. Barnum as the selections illustrate the excitement and joy of performing the greatest show on earth. The Morristown East Marching Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Connor Hawkins, Guard Captain Madison Pickens, Music Librarians Brooke Helton and Joseph Wheatley. Tonight's featured trumpet soloists are Ryan Wilson and Bryson Cagle. The Morristown East Marching Band is under the direction of Band Director Mr. Brandon Tilley. Assistant Director is Mr. Jacob Pitts. Woodwind Instructors, Mrs. Sarah Tilley. Guard Instructor, Mrs. Allison Bellasimo. Percussion Instructor, Matt Wire and Joe Willaniskis. Please enjoy as the Morristown East Marching Hurricane Band perform their 2018 field show, The Greatest Showman.
Trying to see which way is the easiest route. I got this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, entering the ring for your halftime entertainment is the 2018 Gibbs High School Marching Eagle Band. Under the direction of John the Heavyweight Humber, the radiant Rebecca Reeves, juggling Jim Faust, and barnstorming Brad Beeler. For your entertainment tonight, the band will be performing hits from the blockbuster movie musical, The Greatest Showman. Marvel at the skill of the band's maneuvers as they play musical selections, A Million Dreams, This Is Me, Never Enough, and The Greatest Show. Thrill at the exemplary musical solo stylings of Sam Lyman on trumpet, Tristan Hightower on mellophone, and Spencer Cassidy on tenor saxophone. Wonder at the silk spinning skills of Alex Tate, Audrey Morris, and Krista Plain, and astonishing acrobatic artistry of Lainey Howard and Dylan Singleton. The ringmaster is Jesse Farley, and the bandmaster is Matt Sills. Now, come one, come all, and join us on the edge of your seats as we present The Greatest Show.
I'm Jamie Moore. This is my wife, Kayla. We love Clear Springs because this church is Heart for God. Not only it's Heart for God, but all the ministries that are involved here at the church that we're involved in. We're expecting our first child in less than 7 weeks. And it excites me to know that this child is going to have a lot of opportunities at a young age to learn what church really is and learn about God. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Kayla.
And we're Clear Springs.
Team Kid is a Bible-focused program for kids ages 2 years up to 5th grade. Classes meet every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. for a Bible lesson, games, and other fun activities at Clear Springs. If you have young kids, come check it out. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see your children there.
So welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium, where the Eagles are leading the Morristown East Hurricanes by a score of 20-17. But what the first half looked like numbers-wise?
Well, I'll tell you what, Gibbs got 219 total yards to Morristown East 189. Now, remember, we got an 89-yard play for Morristown East on one busted coverage by Gibbs. So, aside from that play, Gibbs has got about Morristown East only got about 20 yards worth of offense if you take that one play away. And we take the special teams return for a touchdown away. And Gibbs is really manhandling them. They've got Humphreys is averaging 5.3 a carry, Barnes averaging 9.3 a carry, Wright's averaging 6.4 a carry. So we're moving the ball. I think any coach would be pleased with those averages from your runners. A couple successful pass plays. We just got to tighten up the special teams. That was one of the coach's keys to the game.
Yeah.
And we're not, as much as they've given us, we've given them back for them to be in this game.
So looking at the remaining schedule, I know we've still got another half to go in this game to sort this one out, but region play starts up next week.
Yeah, it does. That's when things start to get real serious. So we've got a lot of important games. A couple scores of interest. Austin East is leading Halls right now in third quarter 12-6. Carter actually, last check, was up in their game against South Dole. I think they were up 13-7 there last time I looked. And last check I've got on Maryville-Fulton was Maryville was up 28-14. That game not of any interest to Gibbs, but obviously I think all eyes are on Maryville and Fulton tonight.
Well, the good thing is Gibbs has got some games coming up that are absolutely winnable. Sevier County, Seymour, Halls, Carter, all those are winnable. And obviously on paper, Central has a leg up on the Eagles, but by then, who knows how there could be key injuries there that could affect that game. Weather could affect that game. You don't know where, and you certainly don't want to look past all these opponents. But Gibbs' schedule is pretty favorable from here on out.
I'll tell you right now, the one I'm looking the hardest at to him is Carter. You know that Carter is improving week over week. They're playing good against the South Dole team that Gibbs kind of gave a game to. South Dole came in here and played a good game. Don't get me wrong, but we gave them a lot, much like we've done tonight. So I don't want to look past that one. But let's talk about Halls for just a minute, Tim. You've been talking about this big announcement.
Yeah, this big announcement, bud. You want to do us the honors?
Well, we have reached out to Halls, and as we've told you guys before, everybody wants the away games, and Halls has been generous enough to give us a little booth space for that game. So we will be at Halls covering that game for you guys. Unless something folds at the last minute, we've been given permission and given booth space to go ahead and cover that one. We're working on Carter too. No big announcement there. But I did get confirmation today from the AD at Halls, Miss Booth there is willing to give us a spot.
Man, we are excited about being at Halls. There's so much of a bridge there between communities, and there's a lot of interest there.
Yeah.
It's a big rival for Gibbs. My wife is actually a Halls alumni, so we kind of got a house divided.
That explains a lot.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does.
It explains a lot about her.
But we are super excited about being at Halls. We know that a lot of folks out there hopefully be tuning in to us, so mark that on your calendar. Even though we have been committed to the home games here at Gibbs, we will be doing the Halls away game, and so we're excited about that.
Yeah, and that's something that we always want to bring. It's just a matter of getting booth space in these places.
Yep, so we got a few minutes here while the teams are getting ready to come out for the second half. We're going to take a real quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with the second half.
Psalms 85:6, the scripture says, "Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice?" Hello, I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. I want to take this opportunity to give you a personal invitation to join our church family on October the 14th through the 17th with a revival meeting at Clear Springs Baptist Church with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We invite you to come as we seek God and ask Him to pour His Spirit out upon us. Preaching will be Brother C.T. Townsend. He and his wife Becky will be singing for us each night, as well as the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir. So this is your personal invitation. Come and join us October the 14th through the 17th for our fall revival with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We'll see you there.
So welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium here for the second half of the Gibbs Morristown East football game, and right now Gibbs is leading the Hurricanes by a score of 20-17. Gibbs has actually played a really good first half overall. I think their defense, they've given up some big plays on special teams, but overall their defense has played really well.
Yeah, again, take away the 89-yard busted coverage play, and we've held them to 20 yards offense. You can't ask for anything more out of a defense. Again, I think that's just communication, who's got who on that play. So let's hope we can eliminate that this half and not have so many mental mistakes. We had a couple mental mistakes there with that play, and then on the kickoff return for a touchdown.
The second half is underway with Barnes fielding.
Got to call that ball. We got two guys running together. Going to end up being a decent return. No laundry on the field thus far, out to about the 42-yard line. They're going to mark him out about the 38.
Yeah, that was a great return, though. Gibbs is going to start out with pretty good field position. They'll have it 1st and 10. I think there was, I think he was a little eager to get a hold of that ball, and Barnes wanted it too.
Yeah, scary when you get two players bump into each other like that, trying to catch the ball. That's a recipe for disaster a lot of days.
Yep.
So anxious to see probably a little dose of Humphreys here, a little dose of Barnes, a little dose of, that's kind of what we had all night.
I think they're just kind of flipping back and forth between who gets the ball, and right now I'm not sure who's got the most carries, but it's probably pretty even at the moment.
Yeah, we've got that stat. I'll get back with you on that in just a second here. Good run for about 5 yards there.
Humphreys was still up, but they're calling him down after about 5 yards, so it's going to be 1st and 10, or 2nd and 5. I'm sorry, from the 43-yard line.
Tim, I'll take 5 yards all night long.
Absolutely, absolutely. So 2nd and 5 here from the 43-yard line. We're still having a difficulty with our scoreboard not putting up the yardage, but we'll try to do the best we can here.
Going to be Dalton Wright trying to find the edge. Gets the pitch out. Good call there. Asking about the carries there just a minute ago. Looking at it at halftime, I recall now Humphreys had the most carries with 14. I think Barnes had about 9, and Dalton Wright had about 6. Seeing a little bit more Humphreys, but good pitch there by Dalton Wright. That's something last week we had some issues with. So
Austin Woods picks up the first down for the Eagles, and it will be 1st and 10 from about the 49-yard line.
Woods showing a little speed there around the corner.
He did.
Barnes in motion, going to take that carry. Looks like he's got blockers.
Again, just showing patience, following his blockers out.
Yeah. 8 yards, that's his average for tonight. Actually about 8.3 there, I think, at halftime, but he's sticking with that.
You had a chance to talk with him. We weren't able to get that video tonight, but you had a chance to talk with him yesterday. He seems like a good young man.
Good kid. And, you know, out of all the interviews we've done, Tim, I've not met any of these kids that didn't seem like just good kids.
Yeah. It's good parenting, good coaching, all that.
It looks like that's going to be Humphreys fighting for yards there. Going to be a 3rd and short coming up.
Humphreys carries, stopped by Livesey.
So it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about a good 2 yards, yard and a half.
I'll tell you what, with our kicking game tonight, Tim, I think we're going to be in 4-down territory this side of the 50.
Well, that's
drawing them off sides there.
Offside.
It's going to be a free 5 yards. So good to be on this side of the penalty for a change, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the first time Morristown East had actually had a jump off sides there. So they've played disciplined football so far, but that cost them 5.
Yeah, I think that was designed. Dalton Wright done a good job. As soon as that happened, he's clapping. I think the whole intent of that play was to draw him off sides.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 from about the 36-yard line of Morristown East.
Wright's going to keep it. Going to end up gaining about 4, maybe 5.
Quarterback Rice keeps.
Nice carry by Wright.
Tackle by Gossett.
I tell you, these guys, they all have good football speed. I think Barnes just shows the track speed, but all of our backs and our quarterback have good football speed. That first step is at full speed.
You know, when you can pick up 4 or 5 yards on first down, it really helps you out to kind of have some options there on how you want to, which misdirections you want to run, that sort of thing. Of course, there we got thrown for a little bit of a loss there.
We got a little laundry on the field here. I don't know if that's going to be holding. What's going to be the call there? Looks like they're wanting to walk that off against Gibbs. Let's see if Coach accepts the penalty here.
Looks like we got a sideline warning against Morristown East.
Little conference.
Morristown East. There's another marker on the
Do have a hold on the Eagles. So that will back them up. Give them in a 3rd. Here we were just bragging on them, and now they're putting themselves in a 2nd and long situation.
This has been, Tim, all season long. All season long, penalties have been an issue for us. If it's not holding, it's, and again in that play, in the neighborhood of the call, it's nowhere near the ball carrier. I would like to see Barnes get that ball in a little tighter to his body as well, up high and tight.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 17.5 yards here.
You look for a pass play here, Tim?
No, I really don't.
I do feel like, I could be wrong, I do feel like we're still in 4-down territory, so we may see a run right here, try to get it out of 2 plays. I just don't know that Coach has got a lot of confidence in his kicking game right now.
Oh, you called it right.
Back across the field. I'm usually right most of the time.
I tell you what.
Except for when I'm at home. Then I'm wrong on days that end in Y.
That's why I'm up here and not down there.
That's right. That's right. Hopefully she's not listening at home. I passed your wife earlier, and apparently I didn't speak soon enough, and I got called out on it. So I told her next time I come by, I'm going to hand her a balloon every time I come by, and be sure and smile and wave.
I know how you feel. I get called out on it too.
Barnes around the outside here, looking for room. He's going to get up here. Going to have 4th and 10.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Eagles do here. They're in that kind of no man's land territory. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. They're going to have it about the 36-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it. It's going to be a good 4 and 10 yards. 4th down, 10 yards to go, and can't say I disagree with this call, really.
I think it's a good call, Tim. The way our kicking game's been going tonight, we just will take a chance. Looks like Wright tried to draw them off sides there with a man in motion, so we're not going to get that free 5 yards this time. And Coach is going to call a timeout. Let's think about this.
Yeah.
They were going out to see if they could get a free 5 and then go from there. So, but I still say on the 35-yard line, I think our last kick netted about 8 yards.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're going to take a real quick break here, folks. Don't go anywhere. This one's still undecided, so we'll be back in just a moment.
On Thursday, October 4th, Women of Grace will be hosting the annual community-wide Glorious women's event with well-known author and speaker Donna Abbott. The event will be held at Clear Springs. Tickets may be purchased at clearspringsbaptist.net. Yesterday, it was announced that every young lady aged 16 years up to 22 years of age in the community will be given a free ticket to attend. Visit our website for all the details at clearspringsbaptist.net.
And welcome back to Gibbs High School. Gibbs is leading 20-17 with 7:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Gibbs took a timeout. He's got it 4th down from the Morristown East 36-yard line. And they didn't bring the punt team on, but they're going to go for it.
No, and I like that call. You know, we do have a good punter in Spangler, but, you know, here in this position, looks like we've drawn up a pass play. That's going to be intercepted, and he's going to fall down there on 10. I don't know that you can punt it to the 10 any better than that.
No, I mean, they threw it up to kind of see if they could get anything there, but looks like he kind of floated on him a little bit, and like you say, it's just as good as a punt.
Yeah, and I was talking I've been talking about straightening that pass out a little bit, get a little less air under it. And I was talking with Richie Beeler here in the booth just a little bit ago. Turns out that has got some. He's not got 100% arm tonight, so he's doing the best he can with the injury that he's got. But again, you know, down to the 10-yard line, you're not going to get much better punt than that. But we wanted points. You know, that's the thing about getting the ball in the second half.
Yep, so Morristown East will have it from the 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
Almost bobbled the handoff, it looked like
That was a rough exchange there, but Morristown East got away with it, picked up a couple of yards. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 8, 9.
I'm really impressed with the way Gibbs has been handling this big running back. I got on to him a little bit early, tackling high and trying to go for that strip down here on our goal line, but they really secured up their form tackling here in the second half.
Yeah, they have. So another handoff to the big man.
He's pretty shifty for a big fella.
Yes, they were trying to arm tackle him a little bit on that one, and that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, he was running away from the tackle there for a minute, so got Brooks coming off the sideline, kind of favoring an arm there. I don't know what's going on with that.
So it is going to be a 1st down for Morristown East. They're going to have it at the 22-yard line.
At this point, you've got to be looking back to what you gave them, Tim. The last thing we want to do is give away another game. I have to think of that. I have to think Coach is upset about it. We should be looking at about a 20-10 game right here, easily, if not 20-3.
So kind of heaved it up there, fell short of the receiver. I think he was under pressure a little bit there, got rid of it just a little quicker than what he wanted.
Yeah, he'd come up off the ground after that play was over, Tim, and the wide receiver tried to come back to the ball, just unable to do so. Almost looked like a little contact, but his feet got tangled as he tried to turn and come back. But the quarterback was definitely dusting himself off after that one.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10. It's 22-yard line.
Going to give it to their bus. He's going to get about 6.
It's a good pickup by Morristown East. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 yards.
So here's where you got to hold them, Tim. Every game you talk about this. 3rd and 4 is a holdable play for a defense. You're not asking for a whole lot. So you got to make something happen right here, and let's get the ball back.
Yeah, you got to get them off the field at this point. We do have a receiver unguarded down here on the lower side.
Yeah, it looks like.
He almost took his flag.
Yeah. We got some holding calls that seem to not be getting made tonight. I don't know if the refs are just unsure of it. That spot's going to be a 1st down, so they're moving the chains. I'd like to see that called.
Everybody up here in the booth thought that was a hold.
I think everybody in the stands thought that was a hold. I told you I'm questioning the White Hats' eyes tonight. They're going to give it to the bus up the middle here. Starting to get a little run game for Morristown East. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if we've gotten tired, if we're sitting back on our heels because we're up. But at some point as a coach, you got to get that defense over here and hype them up.
Yeah, Morristown East hadn't really had much of a sustained drive for a while, and this one looks like they are kind of wearing the defense down just a little bit.
Well, we got a lot of guys that play both ways, Tim. That's been one of the things for Gibbs, and looks like they're going to jump off sides by a mile there.
Yeah, Gibbs was bringing the house on that one, I believe, and they just drew him off sides.
And again, with the penalties.
Yeah.
This seems to be a weekly thing.
See, not only does that give them a free 5 yards, but it really will affect the rush itself. But you can't.
Hopefully we'll shore it up right here, and let's start them moving backwards. First positive yards that Morristown. That was a little bit of a grab. That's what I'll call it. But,
I won't disagree with that.
Yeah, they owed us. us. We've given them some stuff, and now we're going to get a chance. We've got to capitalize on this. Player down.
Yeah, it looks like a play for Morristown East. I don't know if it was a scramble for the ball that maybe he got injured on that, but
hope he's okay. Let's see if we got a replay on that. No, I don't think we do.
But I do think that was a W's big play.
That was a W's big play. I hope this guy's all right. He appears to just be cramping up, Tim. They're stretching him out. I believe he's going to be all right. We're always prayerful for these guys that are hurting.
Yep, so we're going to take a quick break here while they have an injury timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music, we offer ministry for all ages, and most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Welcome back, folks, as Gibbs has it first down after a turnover by Morristown East. Handoff goes to Humphreys. They're leading the Morristown East Hurricanes by a score of 20-17 with 3:40 left to go in this third quarter. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Bud, got a break there.
Yeah, first off, Morristown player ended up walking off field under his own power. Good thing. I think he was just kind of stoved up there or maybe. But yeah, we did, and of course Humphreys fell forward for 2 yards like he always does. That play was going to be probably offsides on Gibbs.
Yeah, false start on the Eagles, so that'll back them up 5.
How about that? The guy in the white hat saw something.
After the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 13.
I hate to give these referees such a hard time. Then again, I don't.
Well, you know your pastor is a referee.
That's part of the reason I like to give them a hard time. I think that's, and I tell you what, I don't know that you can win, Tim. See, a lot of times these referees will take breaks and conference. They're just catching their breath. I don't believe that happens, Pastor. Good fake by Dalton right there to get some running room and get out for the first down.
Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic pickup.
The kid needs to go back here and get his sneakers because he just got faked out of them.
So it's going to be a first down. It's going to be a W's big play and a kidding me first down for the Eagles at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Gibbs is going to huddle up here. Running a slow offense for Gibbs does help them because they do have a lot of players that play both ways. Every time I see this W's big play, I think about the chicken wings that my partner didn't bring me. Not to beat a dead horse, but
well, they have their chicken wings on Saturday and Sundays. Right now, that's the only time that they have it.
Okay.
Now they do have a buy one get another one free barbecue sandwich on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
I'll be honest with you, Tim, I have never called a barbecue sandwich. I won't turn that down. That's not bad news. That's good news.
We want to shout out to W's though. I believe they got our game going tonight right now. Hopefully folks are sitting there eating and watching the game with us, and we want to certainly glad that they're checking us out tonight. So.
I'm a little jealous of those folks sitting there eating. We got Humphreys up there about 2 yards, so we're going to have 3rd and short. Plays right into our hand. We're going to have to get a first down right here, Tim. I'm not comfortable with a 20-17 lead.
It's one of those things where you're leading, but you just don't feel
it's not felt right since we gave them that kickoff back.
Yeah.
That play is something that was definitely going our way down there at about the 18-yard line, and then all of a sudden just went completely against us. So Barnes in motion here. Gibbs using that to try and draw them off sides, then coming over and getting a play.
It almost worked there.
Yeah.
There was a flinch, but not enough to draw him off sides.
Barnes a little confused on the play. He's going to line up. Looks like he got it figured out. And Wright's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was just you could see that was a quarterback design all the way.
Yeah.
So it's a first down. You're kidding me, first down. And, of Going to move the chains again. Gibbs has got it on the 36-yard line. A minute left to go in this third quarter. Really, they're doing what they need to do, shorten up the game. You know, try to work your way down and score and get out of here.
Yeah, well, the score is the key part there, Tim. We've got to get that. I think you're going to see Gibbs go for 2 again if they do get in the end zone.
Yeah.
You're kidding me again. We're seeing a lot of these you're kidding me first downs down here off Tazewell Pike and the IGA Shopping Center. Another one that we've not made mention of tonight much is the Rambling Gal Boutique. Sets up for a lot of events. They're going to be set up at the Fall Festival up here at the 29th at Clear Springs Church. A lot of ladies' clothing. Occasionally they get some pretty cool men's items, and when they get it, I usually like what they get.
Yeah, we're certainly glad to have them aboard.
Going to be Humphreys for the rare stuff. I don't know that he got much on that one. That doesn't happen much with Humphreys, but he was swallowed up by about 500 pounds worth of linemen there.
I think that's probably maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down, but we're going to end the quarter with that. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break at the end of the quarter. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting award-winning 11th Hour on Sunday, September 23rd during the evening worship service at 6 p.m. 11th Hour has had multiple top 10 singing news hits, been nominated for numerous awards in Southern Gospel music, and won the 2014 Sunrise Award at the SGN Scoops Diamond Awards. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
All right, folks, welcome back to Gibbs High School. Start of the fourth quarter here. Gibbs is leading 20-17.
Yeah, we got some little cheerleaders down here, Tim, so good to see that. And glad to see them letting them partake in this. So, big run here that we got for Humphreys, first down carry. Sorry, I got carried away. I like to recognize any time, though, they let these little ones get involved. It means a lot to them. I know Gibbs is real good about letting the youth football teams play up here, and it means a lot to them to be on this big field. And I know it means a lot to these little cheerleaders to be out here with these high school girls. So just an awesome thing going on down there. We like to recognize that.
Yeah, that was You're Kidding Me first down for the Eagles. So they're going to have it 1st and 10 about the 31-yard line, 30-yard line. I'm sorry, 25-yard line.
That 25-yard line. Going to have a pitch here to Barnes. Trying to dodge another would-be tackler, but good for about 9-10 yards. So
Barnes has had a great game.
Yeah, that was a good catch on that pitch. That was a late pitch, a little bit behind him. So good. We got a player down over here from Morristown East across the field. Official's going to call a timeout on that. I don't know. It looks like he's maybe holding the arm or something. Sure hope he's all right.
All right. Well, while they check on him, we are going to take a quick break, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
So we're back. Edmonds got up under his own power, hobbled over to the sideline, so I think he'll be all right. But the Eagles have got it here. Second down and about a yard.
Yeah, I think you got to be focused on getting this first down. Flipped out to Barnes again. He's got to cover that ball. Boy, up, he breaks free of two would-be tacklers and gets another 1.5 yards. But I don't like that ball out there like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, we're going to have to. I think Coach is going to have a little words with him on making sure to wrap that ball up. But you know, when you're picking up that kind of yardage, it's hard to get mad at the young man.
Yeah, it is. And as a freshman, that's something you can teach him as the years go. We're going to have a 1st and goal here from the 9. I typically like to be a little closer on our 1st and goal, but see what we got here. Barnes in motion.
It's quarterback keep, spin move.
Yeah, right. The spin moves work for Wright all night. He's been pretty shifty with his feet. I think he does have an issue with his arm, but he's running well.
Yeah, he got it down to about the 3-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. We've got 10-17 left to go in the 4th quarter. Gibbs puts it in here. Obviously, it's not over, but it certainly puts the pressure on Morristown East.
But Gibbs needs a comfort zone. The last thing you want to do, really, at this point, after letting them hang around, is not score.
Right.
So we've got to get 6 right here and get a comfortable lead. And it looks like
that's
we
a
just did
touchdown,
that.
Gibbs.
Yeah,
touchdown, Gibbs.
So right in the end zone, good carry. He's carried the ball well all night.
So it'll be interesting to see what Gibbs here, if they'll go for 2. They're up by 9 points at the moment. So I'm not sure.
I think with the way they're running the ball, Tim, I just say go for it. You know, at 9 points, it's still a 2-possession game. You know, even at 10, it's a 2-possession game. So let's go for 2 here and try to make this 11-point lead.
The quarterback carry might have fell into the end zone. No signal yet.
Not sure what they got here. No signal from either one of the officials. Somebody's got to call something at this point. What is he? Is he asking the players? Goodness.
Wow.
They're going to call him down about the 1-foot line, Tim.
Yeah, the officials were all looking at each other to make a call, and nobody wanted to make a call. It looked to me like he fell into the end zone on top of a player there. But
I'll tell you, I'm not sure if it's okay for me to be dogging the officials. I've been doing it all night, so I'm going to carry on. But you got to have a little quicker communication on that.
Yeah. I want to take a moment right here while we have a break in action to make an announcement again. The Gibbs High School Foundation is having a barbecue dinner fundraiser on Saturday, October 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Midway IGA parking lot. The meal is going to include smoked pulled pork barbecue with homemade sauce, coleslaw, baked beans, bun, and a cookie for only $8.50.
We'll get it after kickoff.
You can eat there or carry out. All proceeds go toward purchasing computers and trying to make computers more accessible in the high school. Tickets can be purchased at the home games. We have a table set up if you happen to be listening to our broadcast while you're here. Or you can go by the high school office, or you can pick those up at the event. So come out and support that. That's next weekend, the 27th. So Morristown East breaks one.
Got another return. You know, they've been killing us all night on the special teams. That was one of Coach's keys to the game. And we've got players down all over the field here. Got a Gibbs player limping on the far sideline. Got another Morristown East player down about the 50.
As well as Gibbs special teams seemed to play last week. I'm not sure what.
Well, we played keep away last week, Tim. We kicked the ball to the sideline every time. We didn't kick it to a returner. And now we seem to be kicking it to the players and they're running it back on us. But even the times that we've kicked it away from them, we've just not got down there quick enough. We're not getting through that initial surge of blockers.
Yeah. And that's really, to be honest, so far, that's what's kept Morristown East in the game, or keep them where they're this close. So,
yeah.
You know, they've got some things to work on before they get into region play here next week.
Yeah, obviously penalties have killed us all night long, as they have for the season. We've also gotten, you know, we've been trying to kick it away, but I don't know what's going on with the special teams, why we're not getting down there. So hopefully we can get that shirt up coming into, I believe, Sevier County next week. We're going to need to have that shirt up against them.
So Morristown East has it first down, about the 37-yard line. Quarterback sneak at the middle.
Yeah, good run. We got a late flag there, a little laundry on the field coming in. I don't know if that's going to be a face mask or something. That usually worries me, unless it's a holding call. He's marking the spot. So hopefully for you Gibbs fans, this is going to be going the other way.
Does look like a illegal block in the back. So they are going to back the Hurricanes up.
So, going to be good for Gibbs. We're going to pretty much start back over here.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 9.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a wash play. Replay that down.
Yeah, that's That's Democrat math, Tim. I don't. I'm still confused about. I might need to just give it up tonight. Going to drop back to pass under pressure. Great catch.
I think
he was tackled for about a 6-yard gain there. I like the hard hit, but he did knock him forward about 6 yards. Going to give him a first down.
It is. It is.
Kudos to the quarterback from Morristown East. Great throw under pressure, great catch. That's great football.
Yeah. So it's going to be from the 27-yard line, 1st and 10, Morristown East, with 8:53 left to go in the game. Gibbs is leading 26-17. So, but still, we got a penalty on this.
I didn't see the laundry on the field here.
This was a
neighborhood of a personal foul, maybe. Yeah, so it looks like after the play, so that's why it's going to be.
Penalty was after the play.
No.
So
hold on, we got a little confusion here. Refs are going to have a conversation. That or they're deciding what they're going to eat. I don't know if they've heard about Douglas or not, but so. I know they're talking about it. They're resting. It's a rest break for the refs.
Still figuring this one out, I believe. But
yeah, so they're going to move the chains all the way back.
The penalty is 1st and 10.
Yeah, so they're going to give them a 1st and 10.
At the 42. Yeah, unless the ball's been pulled in play for the next play.
So it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Morristown, I don't know if they've even gone.
Neighborhood, good for Gibbs. And I'm sitting here wondering, Tim, as a coach right now, if Gibbs can make it out of here with a win, do you consider this a good win?
I think any kind of win is a good win, but I do think that there's a lot to work on. I mean, you can look back on some of the moments. So
take
play
fake. He's going for the pass under pressure. So going to get him there.
Got to be careful there. I think he did get a lot of jersey on that.
Yeah, a lot of jersey. A lot of people want a horse collar on that, but they've got to grab the shoulder pads for it to be a horse collar right there.
Yeah.
Still a dangerous tackle, and somebody could get hurt, but it's football.
Yeah. I don't even think he gained anything on that. Yeah, I think he lost about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 from about the 41-yard line with 7:39 left to go in this 4th quarter. Gibbs leading 26-17.
Yeah, so they're going to take a timeout. They're going to think about this.
Yep.
I tell you, Tim, watching the game, I feel like we played a great first quarter and a great first part of the second quarter, but we've got a little bit ahead of ourselves. That's something I worry about when you get some momentum going, get the playing good, is things like that. You tend to take a play off. You tend to get a little overconfident.
Yeah. Well, we're going to pay a quick bill here, and we will be right back, folks.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop.
All right, folks. Welcome back to, and we are Ernest White.
They're going to give it to the bus there, and it looks like he's getting hemmed up, run into his own man there, and forward progress. He's still going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. So I think you're going to see Morristown East go for it right here.
I would think that that's probably a pretty good call, but it's 4th down and about 4. Looks like they keep moving it forward, so it's going to be about 4th and 4. You're down 9 points. You're kind of forced to do this a little bit.
I'm to the bus right here. Let him go. Just because I think they need to finish clean. They need to do what they're capable of. Obviously, at this point in the game, you don't want to get anybody hurt. You kind of start looking towards next week, but you also got to secure this last 7 minutes. I mean, 2 scores is comfortable, but it's not that comfortable.
Yeah. So Gibbs is going to have it 1st and 10 here from about the 35-yard line. 6:48 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and these booths are not that big. So when we tell you that people won't let us come, it's not because they don't want us there. It's because the